We're going to do Sphinx and Forearm Plank. We transition from the Sphinx pose into the Forearm Plank. Sphinx is designed to mobilize the central part of your thoracic spine and as a heart opener. And Forearm Plank works on the stability, the scapular stabilization, as well as the core stabilization. So I'm going to use a bunch of different cues here. We've used them in the past, especially in the bridge sequence, so if you're not familiar with the cues, maybe go back and look at the bridge. So for Sphinx, we start with our palms flat on the floor, and the elbows are directly underneath the shoulders, so bring your elbows forward, yes, even further, and spread your fingers nice and wide. She'll curl her toes under, inhale, exhale, and she'll bump her chest forward so the chest comes forward of the elbows. Nice. The gaze is down at the floor, so the neck is in a nice neutral here, not extended and not working hard. She'll inhale, and on the exhale, press her hands to the floor, her elbows into the earth. She'll pull the elbows back towards the hips isometrically, meaning no movement, and she'll feel the movement through the mid-thoracic spine here. So be sure that your gaze is down, the neck is nice and long, and remember that the movement should be here, mostly through her mid-thoracic spine. Hold it for a breath or two. Then we'll transition to the Forearm Plank, where she'll curl her toes under and she'll bump herself back. She'll take her hands now and press her palms and fingers together. The elbows, beautiful, are directly underneath the shoulders. As she presses her palms together, the rotator cuff fires in the shoulder to stabilize the shoulder socket. She'll push her elbows into the floor and she'll fire up the imaginary baguettes under her armpits to stabilize her scapula on her rib cage. And she'll step into the plank by coming up onto her knees, pulling her belly up, pulling her egg up a little bit higher so we flatten out, beautiful. And then slowly straighten out your right leg and straighten out your left leg, fantastic. So she steps into plank. Remembering, belly's pulled up a bit, we zip up the wetsuit to corset in the side of the waistline, and she keeps her egg intact for the pelvic floor, elbows pressed, hands pressed. Hold it until you start shaking, rattling, and rolling. Put one knee down, put the other knee down, release the pelvis towards the floor, and she'll go back into the Sphinx by taking her arms back into place, bumping her chest forward through the windows of the elbows, beautiful. You can release the feet or hold them. Inhale, exhale, hands press, elbows press, and she draws her heart forward. And you can repeat it several times back and forth between the Sphinx and the plank. Thank you.